U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS 186,499 followers 1 month ago. Follow. You are not alone. Help is available. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or http://bit.ly 32C4BP2. Activate link to view larger image. 20410 comments reactions, like comment share most relevant Chris Ward Klein second degree connection second CEO, director at Paven 1 Mo thanks for sharing. Please respond to our request to start the conversation on health surveillance with key partners on suicides and overdoses. We as a country can't stay idle with no action from HHS, NIH, SAMHSA, and the CDC. https://paven. Us, F, call of action Paven. It's like Chris Ward Klein's comment 4 likes on Chris Ward Klein's comment 2 replies on Chris Ward Klein's comment load previous replies on Chris Ward Klein's comment Paven. U.S. out-of-network third-plus non-executive director at Paven 1 Mo thanks for taking a stand Chris Ward Klein. We stand with you. Like Paven. U.S. comment 1 like on Paven. U.S. comment Marie Vieira out-of-network third-plus customer service supervisor at Partners Healthcare 1 Mo heart like Marie Vieira's comment Carl Kolick out-of-network third-plus freelancer as of current date, event 1 Mo I can't get a sale and it makes me sad. .com for sale, GoDaddy Plumbing God 500M Plumber God 500K Plumbing Queen 500K Plumber Queen 500K Queen Plumbing Lord Plumblord Red Plunger 500K Dark Side of Plumbing Medical Plumbing Tunnel Plumber Daddy Plumbing Day Plumbing Beach Plumber Beach Carl the Plumber Big One Up like Carl. College's comment Shauna Thompson out of network third plus information technology specialist 1 Mo thanks for the post. Like Shauna Thompson's comment 2 likes on Shauna Thompson's comment Miguel Becerra out of network third plus international senior management executive president and CEO, MBA plus 34 YRS 1 Mo FWD like Miguel Becerra's comment status is online Makta Pond UHIV, AIDS life interfaced client. Social Services, at Foothill AIDS Project 14H ***** attention LinkedIn Greater Full Social Site Community ***** I am alone. Ask Carrie Abbott first disconnect. Homeless care and coordination, made connection, attempt communications, no response. Ask Bill Hirsch first, AIDS legal referral panel, made connection, attempt communication, no response. Ask Sandro Galia first, one of the hashtag LinkedIn top voices, active now. Made connection, attempt communication, no response. Ask Michael Gauze first, ending homeless program, made connection, attempt communication, no response. I could go on. Ask Jennifer Litwick, blocked, housing on merit, made connection, attempted communication, blocked immediately, no response. I could go on. From my other account at Reelapuman, James Martin Driscoll, but that account was suspended by LinkedIn. Suppositousness popping up its ugly green-bellied head, no reference to account history at my hand. All of these are co-conspirators, in housing public services. 18 U.S. Code Section 241. Conspiracy against rights if two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege like Makta Pond's comment 2 replies on Makta Pond's comment status is online Makta Pond UHIV, AIDS life interfaced client social services, at Foothill AIDS Project 11 meters, edited. Everyday passing the same InMail positioning status. But a change. Forced out of his way, shoo fly don't bother me, blocking by Dr. Sandro Galia, a cycle of disorder unprofessionalism here, absolutely one more credit to prove conspiracy. I have the content archived offside, no problem. Wow, doctor, how elitist of you. You are reprimanded by this tech network. Just dismissed and moved to the next day. This is a collective cumulative wake of corrosive effect onto the entire populace active human social site psyche. This feature, blocking, should be smashed to smithereens. That is interwoven onto real-world dysfunction. This technology is a maladjusted tech actively applied collectively, a community cancer. This condition of cancerous malady should be made to a technology upgrade, a forced form upgrading and projecting that grade onto one's calculated score of a member's new mail responsiveness. Can we add, how much priority is this communication? That is not even considered a set value feature. Voicemail has, email has priority flags, this tool a bit old code simple mode. Yuck, like Makta Pond's comment status is online. Makta Pond UHIV, AIDS Life Interfaced Client, Social Services, at Foothill AIDS Project 1's Makta Pond. I now stand one less alone than I was alone before. How more are there? Tag again. Day-to-day tag, rather than they apply their morality and read and respond to the one WHO is about to commit suicide, they are unprofessional bigots allowed to operate on this site. Mentally disordered, erosion of mental stability caused directly by this technology's features, fucked up humans abusing tools and site features not intended for these situations, because these situations are protected by the International Declaration of Human Rights. Ho here is in the form of analyzing this logic. Ho here is in the form of analyzing this logic. WHO is responsible for this condition of allowing violating immoral creations of misguided intelligence. Jeff Weiner, your site is in violation of law and order and common decency of keeping the peace. What are you going to do about this? Read top thread complete. At this stage, you are in legal jeopardy to apply new methodology here. Sorry, it is all there. You can't wipe it away. I have the record of archive on my site of issued decree.
Words to live by. Art thou dejected? Is thy mind overcast? To chase thy gloom. Go fix some weighty truth. Chain down some passion, do some generous good. Teach ignorance to see, or grief to smile. Correct thy friend, befriend thy greatest foe. Be just in all things, make amends. For follies past, and, with warm heart, forgive, and be forgiven. Let work not words. Thy virtue prove. Go act as well as prate. And then thy counsels will be strong. Thy reprimands avail. Anonymous. The province of the historian is to gather the threads of the past ere they elude forever his grasp and weave them into a harmonious web to which the art preservative may give immortality. Therefore he who would rescue from fast gathering oblivion the deeds of a community and send them on to futurity in an imperishable record should deliver a plain unvarnished tale. About, words to live by. These words above appear in these titled publications. Elegant Extracts, Volumes 1-2. Vices Imus Nox, 1809. Citation found page 142 in chapter titled Sacred and Moral. The works of the Reverend Dr. Edward Young, Volume 3. Edward Young, 1811. Citation found page 70 chapter titled The Complaint. Poems Divine and Moral, many of them now first published. 1821 citation found page 327, chapter titled Admired Poets, heading, Night Aid. Much instruction from little reading, or, extracts from some of the most approved authors, ancient and modern. 1827 citation found page 37, chapter titled, Young's Night Thoughts. The cynosure, being select passages from the most distinguished writers. 1837 citation found page 180, quote source cited, Young. Ravensdale, A Tale, Volume 2, Robert Thin, 1845 citation found page 108. The Universalist Leader, Volume 35, Issue 43. 1932 citation found page 659. The Poetical Works of Milton, Young, Gray, V.D., and Collins. John Milton, Edward Young, Thomas Gray, 1836 citation found page 82 in chapter work titled, Young's Works. Paradise Lost, a poem in 12 parts, John Milton, Edward Young, 1850 citation found page 190, section titled, Young's Work. The Complaint. Many Thoughts of Many Minds. Compiled by H. Southgate. By Henry Southgate, 1862 citation found page 274. In subject titled, Happiness, Secret of, Treasury of Wisdom, Wit, and Humor, Odd Comparisons and Proverbs, Adam Woolbeaver, Comp. Adam Woolbeaver, 1881 citation found page 184, section titled, Happiness, beginning page 181. Exercises, Rules, and Hints on Elocution, George Walter Bainham, 1881 citation found in exercise 12 on page 9. Holy Thoughts on Holy Things, selected and arranged by E. Davies, 1882, citation found page 244, subject titled Happiness, The Way to Obtain. History of the Counties of McKean, Elk, Cameron, and Potter, J. H. Beers & Co., 1890 citation found preface page 3, noteworthy to being the full titled usage source of Words to Live By as being first line preface, Go Fix Some Weighty Truth, and ending line citation usage plain unvarnished tale. The work continues here for a brief couple more additional lines which relates the author's intention onto these words that appear as preface to this titled work. They continue. Quote, in such a spirit have the compilers of the following pages approached the work of detailing the history embodied therein, and trust they have been fairly faithful to the task imposed. It has been their honest endeavor to trace the history of the development of this section from that period when it was in the indisputable possession of the red man to the present, and to place before the reader an authentic narrative of its rise and progress to the prominent position it now occupies in the Keystone State. End quote. This statement, source of Words to Live By, goes to the integrity of honesty of conscience, guidance of doing one's best, approach work to the qualification scale of excellence. There is no better quotation found in literature that this modern-day historian-gatherer has found that can return back and reply some moral values from the past and return them back into modern-day living life. If anyone has other words of guidance not full of dogma beliefs, I welcome those words to be included in the Grow Up Peace-Building collective work here on site. End of expanded notation on this titled work. The Essays of George Eliot. George Eliot, Nathan Shepard, 2009 citation found page 240 in chapter titled Worldliness and Otherworldliness. And many other publications can be found by a Google book search, quote, Go Fix Some Weighty Truth, end quote. More information can be found and discussed at this link. http://wikiworld.com/wiki/index.php/words to live by. Contact email address regarding this information. Words to Live By web page inquires at growup.net. At Grow Up 2018, Great Reasons Us Will Unite Peace. Copyright 2012 by James Martin Driscoll, all rights reserved. Awesome Cramo Bone Glows and Blows Playroom, Denver, Colorado, United States of America. From Pope Francis' private meeting with President Obama to
Meme 4.02. In this issue of Meme Technorealism Now, it is an open letter, a document which, through the internet, takes on a fluid, dynamic form. Literally anyone can sign it, pass it on, and participate. Instructions on how to do this appear at the end of this message. If you like what you read, I urge you to forward it to friends, colleagues, and other lists where appropriate. Without further delay, let me introduce you to Technorealism. David S. Benham, New York City, March 11, 1998. In this heady age of rapid technological change, we all struggle to maintain our bearings. The developments that unfold each day in communications and computing can be thrilling and disorienting. One understandable reaction is to wonder, are these changes good or bad? Should we welcome or fear them? The answer is both. Technology is making life more convenient and enjoyable, and many of us healthier, wealthier, and wiser. But it is also affecting work, family, and the economy in unpredictable ways, introducing new forms of tension and distraction, and posing new threats to the cohesion of our physical communities. Despite the complicated and often contradictory implications of technology, the conventional wisdom is woefully simplistic. Pundits, politicians, and self-appointed visionaries do us a disservice when they try to reduce these complexities to breathless tales of either high-tech doom or cyber-relation. Such polarized thinking leads to dashed hopes and unnecessary anxiety, and prevents us from understanding our own culture. Over the past few years, even as the debate over technology has been dominated by the louder voices at the extremes, a new, more balanced consensus has quietly taken shape. This document seeks to articulate some of the shared beliefs behind that consensus, which we have come to call technorealism. Technorealism demands that we think critically about the role that tools and interfaces play in human evolution and everyday life. Integral to this perspective is our understanding that the current tide of technological transformation, while important and powerful, is actually a continuation of waves of change that have taken place throughout history. Looking, for example, at the history of the automobile, television, or the telephone, not just the devices but the institutions they became, we see profound benefits as well as substantial costs. Similarly, we anticipate mixed blessings from today's emerging technologies, and expect to forever be on guard for unexpected consequences, which must be addressed by thoughtful design and appropriate use. As technorealists, we seek to expand the fertile middle ground between techno-utopianism and neo-Luddism. We are technology critics in the same way, and for the same reasons, that others are food critics, art critics, or literary critics. We can be passionately optimistic about some technologies, skeptical and disdainful of others. Still, our goal is neither to champion nor dismiss technology, but rather to understand it and apply it in a manner more consistent with basic human values. Below are some evolving basic principles that help explain technorealism. Principles of technorealism 1. Technologies are not neutral. A great misconception of our time is the idea that technologies are completely free of bias, that because they are inanimate artifacts, they don't promote certain kinds of behaviors over others. In truth, technologies come loaded with both intended and unintended social, political, and economic leanings. Every tool provides its users with a particular manner of seeing the world and specific ways of interacting with others. It is important for each of us to consider the biases of various technologies and to seek out those that reflect our values and aspirations. 2. The Internet is revolutionary, but not utopian. The net is an extraordinary communications tool that provides a range of new opportunities for people, communities, businesses, and government. Yet as cyberspace becomes more populated, it increasingly resembles society at large, in all its complexity. For every empowering or enlightening aspect of the wild life, there will also be dimensions that are malicious, perverse, or rather ordinary. 3. Government has an important role to play on the electronic frontier. Contrary to some claims, cyberspace is not formally a place or jurisdiction separate from Earth. While governments should respect the rules and customs that have arisen in cyberspace, and should not stifle this new world with inefficient regulation or censorship, it is foolish to say that the public has no sovereignty over what an errant citizen or fraudulent corporation does online. As the representative of the people and the guardian of democratic values, the state has the right and responsibility to help integrate cyberspace and conventional society. Technology standards and privacy issues, for example, are too important to be entrusted to the marketplace alone. Competing software firms have little interest in preserving the open standards that are essential to a fully functioning interactive network. Markets encourage innovation, but they do not necessarily ensure the public interest. 4. Information is not knowledge. All around us, information is moving faster and becoming cheaper to acquire, and the benefits are manifest. That said, the proliferation of data too is also a serious challenge, requiring new measures of human discipline and skepticism. We must not confuse the thrill of acquiring or distributing. Meme 4.02. Stephen Johnson, New York author that have taken place throughout history. Looking, for example, at the history of the automobile, television, or the telephone. 8. While maintaining the right of the public to make fair use of that information. In neither context does. Yet as cyberspace becomes more populated, it increasingly resembles society at large, in all its complexity. For every empowering or enlightening aspect of the wired life, there will also be dimensions that are malicious, perverse, or rather ordinary. 3. Government has an important role to play on the electronic frontier. Contrary to some claims, cyberspace is not formally a place or jurisdiction separate from Earth. While governments should respect the rules and customs that have arisen in cyberspace, and should not stifle this new world with inefficient regulation or censorship, it is foolish to say that the public has no sovereignty over what an errant citizen or fraudulent corporation does online. As the representative of the people and the guardian of democratic values, the state has the right and responsibility to help integrate cyberspace and conventional society. Technology standards and privacy issues, for example, are too important to be entrusted to the marketplace alone. Competing software firms have little interest in preserving the open standards that are essential to a fully functioning interactive network. Markets encourage innovation, but they do not necessarily ensure the public interest. 4. Information is not knowledge. All around us, information is moving faster